had to clean that off, man. That was top priority. So had some erratic camera behavior for a second there. But Red Start back on the Junkrat. We saw him last week on Green Stop. Was absolutely insane. He's going to be back to the Tracer. As he does have his partner in crime, Toilet Man, on the Genji again. We saw that he does have a Genji up his sleeve as well, though. So Rockets Esports looking really good right now.
Again, that Far Mercy is going to be the key to this success if they want to find any success at all, but it's going to be into Yaz, Diva, and again, Toilet Man. I mean, you got Zergling on the Zenyatta. This is going to be tough, but as I say that, man, already Zergling off the board here as Dunks gets brought back into the fight, and now without a mech and a Diva at all, maybe an opportunity for them to actually get something going here with the Far Mercy set up. Toilet Man off the board, and as I say that, Rivals Gaming looking pretty darn strong to get the map started here.
Already with some early progress. They looked really good on Lijiang in that last series against a team that took down Bunny Blasters, but again, this is an entirely different threat. Rockets Esports is the top of the open division tier. I guess you could say tier 3 if you want to go that route. But obviously really solid team here, but they're really looking quite good against them so far, I would say.
They certainly are, but a lot of that credit is over to Jax, who's been continuously bringing up Dunks. But Nico trying to get something with a barrage as Zergling says no. He does get the D-Mech onto, could be big, but Toilet Man coming up on a Dragon Blade. Going to look to unsheath this one. It's going to be into a sound barrier, so he's going to hang tight and hold on to that for the time being. Need to make sure they can keep Prodigy alive in this fight as the Dragon Blade's now out from Toilet Man. Can he pull it in their favor? He gets rid of Jax, but no, Fearless gets him with the Pulse Bomb kill. And already Hurix, they're at 50%. They're pushing them off the point here, and they're going to pull it back and maintain control. I smell an upset, maybe.
I mean, part of me wants to say lucky Pulse Bomb. The other part of me wants to say, you know, completely calculated. You know, I mean, it's tough to say you just threw it on the ground and then the Genji just landed into it coming off of that blade. But otherwise, still really solid holds from Rivals Gaming, competing very well with Red Start and Toilet Man so far. It looks like this time around not going to be enough, though, as, man, look at the momentum that Rockets Esports is just barreling down on these guys with at the moment.
Well, if we take a look, if we step back and see what actually happened in the first couple of team fights here, every single fight, it opened up with a kill. It was on to Rivals Gaming, and it was actually on to Dunks in particular. And Jax brought him back up. He had Valkyrie for the second team fight, brought another guy back up here. So they had that mercy in their favor. You don't see that from Rockets Esports. They feel more comfortable with Zergling on the Zenyatta. I do as well. Seeing him on Zenyatta, especially since he can easily find these picks onto Nico. We've seen it. Put that Discord board onto him or Dunks and take care of business. They just need to make sure that Red Star is dealing with Jax, because Jax is going to continuously be an issue if they can't find a way to deal with this Mercy.
I mean, it's actually part of their process. I mean, the fact that he's on this Zenyatta is a big reason why they're trying to take Dunks out, because, you know, if they can rip Dunks down, you know, Alien 42 isn't typically going to be on a Diva. You know, they like playing that triple DPS when they can, when they feel comfortable. But other times, you know, he might be on a Zarya or something like that. So if they can rip Dunks down outside of that defense matrix, which did actually get nerfed in some ways, you know, they're going to be able to try to spot that Mercy out of place and maybe try to take a pick onto the Mercy. That's their big play here with this Zenyatta. Pull that Mercy out from the backline, force that Rez to come out, and try to get some pressure onto the Mercy and kill him when he comes forward.
Nico trying for something with the barrage in the back, does manage to get Yaz mech, which eventually funnels into a kill. Toilet Man, though, I mean, they're going to go ahead and pop a Transcendence, but there's really not a whole lot. I feel like they should have used that Dragon Blade in conjunction with that Transcendence to keep him alive throughout it here. Can he pull it back? Can he find the kills here? Not a lot of targets in the vicinity of the Blade, and with Jax bringing Fearless back up, they've got another threat on the table here. But again, it's Prodigy with the Primal Rage, trying to keep the hope alive here. We're in overtime. They've got control. They've got 99% here, and I think they might have just done it. They need to take care of business with though, and he's going to be D-Mech. Prodigy is looking healthy. They don't have a whole lot of support on the point right now, with Zergling coming off of respawn. A self-destruct to push him away here. They might have just done it. Red Start on the point, trying to contest as best he can, but there are 5 people in the point here. I just don't know if they can pull through. They don't have much else to work with. No, it's not even, they don't even contest it, as they can't pull themselves back onto the point here. That was a rough ask, and already 1-0 lead here for Rivals. Boy, didn't see that one coming.
I mean, really not enough pressure on that Mercy when they had the opportunities to do so. We saw Jax forced to come forward on multiple occasions, forced to fly low on multiple occasions. you know, where Nico was just kind of forced to come down a little bit to apply pressure, and Jax just couldn't go up, obviously, more than Nico is. So, you know, when he comes down, when he's forced to either get the res on dunks when you apply that pressure early, or secondary to that, you know, when he comes down because Nico's forced to go low just to apply pressure, you need to be able to get that Mercy down low if that is the goal of the team. And you know, they just weren't able to do that there, and Jax was able to keep his team up left and right and center, getting those reses off like crazy.
All right, we'll see if they can pull this one back, or if we're going to see an upset here in the first round, or excuse me, first map. But Alien gets knocked off the map here, and I don't know, man. You're going to be playing... You did it on Lijiang Tower in the round of 8, sure, but you didn't have to deal with a Tracer like Red Star. You didn't have to deal with a Winston like Prodigy. We'll see if they can find a way to deal with them. They open up this round looking a lot better than they did in the first one here, and they're going to secure the first objective points. Alien makes a brief change to McCree and says, nope, I'm going back to the Widowmaker.
Oh, Toilet Man almost taken out of the sky by that Widowmaker, and Alien now just going to go ahead and swap back over. He's going to go over to the D.Va. This worked out well for them in the last round. Again, able to get dunks into the back line a little bit easier, but Pulse Bomb going out. That's going to take dunks out of the equation. Force that res out once again here. Although this time, yet again, Jack's not going to be taking any pressure when he comes forward for that res.
We'll see if they're able to move in off of this one here, because they've got the numbers advantage. And now with Taponzor out of the mix, no, Zergling going to bring right back up into this one. Jax pops the Valkyrie here. And Nico as well. I think they might have an opportunity to pull this one back. Toilet Man has a barrage, but I'm just not sure if he's going to be able to have the support to really do anything with it, or rather a point presence. Is Prodigy going to be taken down here? They're still going to contest as best they can. Zergling maybe looking to bring him back up. No, he's going to dive back off of this one. Taponzor is on the point. Can he make it out alive? It looks like he'll be safe for the time being, but man, Dunks is getting really aggressive. Hits hit. He's forced to pop out the Primal Rage because of that Pulse Bomb. A little too greedy, and now they're forced to kind of initiate off this. There's a self-destruct way in the back, but everybody from the side of Rivals Gaming had already pushed up onto the point, or rather into that spawn door here. And it looks like we're going to get kind of a reset from both sides as Rockets Esports making their move.
Well, we're going to be seeing the sound barriers coming out. This time first from Antle. He only gets 3 members of his team. Bonesor getting 4. Zergling going to be affected by that. He's looking to try to, you know, secure his team's health. They already get the point back. They're in the lead right now. So Rockets Esports finally having that opportunity to really kind of start dominating a little bit if they can actually hold on here. It's been rough for them so far, though.
It really has. I mean, 33%. It's not too bad, but what can Alien do on the D.Va is my question. What is he going to be able to do against Red Star? What can he do against Toilet Man here? Because, you know, he really didn't have to bring out a potent D.Va in comparison to, yeah, in the round of 8 here. So we'll see as they look to make a move on to this one. They have Valkyrie, they have Barrage as well, but so does the side of Rockets Esports. There's a Barrage up top. Nico connects onto Red Start. That's going to eliminate that threat right off the bat. But Zergling should be able to get him back up into the mix here, since they hit 86% and counting. And things are looking pretty good here for the side of Rivals Gaming. They be able to pull this one back in their favor. Zergling now with the Valkyrie. Yeah, picks up a double kill with the self-destruct here, and I think they pulled it back. They just need to take care of business on the point here, as Dunks is still in the vicinity of it. Do they have the damage? Do they have the sustainability to hold on here from the side of Rivals Gaming? I just don't know if it's possible with the Pulse Bomb kill coming out from Red Star.
Well, going to have to deal with the D.Va now. This is a pretty good staller, but without that really, really long defense matrix, they are going to be able to rip him down very easily. Now it's going to be Tracer v Tracer on the side. Fearless getting pressured as he has too many targets he has to worry about here. And Red Star just running him down. Going to be able to find that kill. The res comes out onto the Pharah. He's going to come back up. But they still are having a little bit of trouble dealing with these guys and finding these kills. They're finding them slowly but surely. It's just a matter of time before they find them all to try to get that point secured. But Storm, not quick enough just yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen here. I mean, they got a little bit of a... Alien wasn't even able to get back into this mech here. Jax not really going to be able to keep himself alive. So it's going to be a funnel back to the point, but ultimately it will go to Rockets Esports. I hate to put out the, you know, the definitive answer, but here I just don't see it happening.
Oh, yeah.
As Toilet Man finishes it off with the double, with the barrage. And again, they've got to take care of Alien. Finally, he's going to go down. Finally, they secure a round here. And we're headed to a round number 3, something I didn't expect to, I'd have to really say in this matchup, but Rivals Gaming, they have an opportunity. They're going to have to take this one. If they want to take this series, it's right here, right now. They've got to take Lijiang Tower. Otherwise, you move to a Hollywood after this. I just don't see it happening for these guys, if that's the case.
So here's the question now. I mean, are these teams just getting that much better? We already saw Where's Baldo doing quite well, versus Rockets Esports, and now we're seeing Rivals Gaming actually contending quite well as well. Or is Rockets Esports slipping after the changes? Did they rely on that diva maybe, or did they rely on something that got changed, or maybe something else is affecting them in some way where, they're not as performing as well? Because we have to remember, in the open division, they were completely lossless. They were perfection, the definition of it. And now all of a sudden it's slipping. Yeah, exactly.
You played it. Take a look at who they played against in the open, and then some AGs. I mean, they've played against some of the similar teams here, but at that, there were some different teams that are even stronger in AGs that they were able to take down, and they clean it up. They have a great start to this third round on Control Center, but you got to really look at the big picture. Moving past this series, if they do take it, you're looking at a team that's already in the finals. Where's Baldo, who has taken it weeks straight now? That's going to be a fun matchup if we do happen to see them take it here. But they still have work to get done right now. Red start, locked and loaded with the pulse bomb. Fearless looking for a little bit of a flank here. Maybe he can get into the back line, but if he gets into the back line, you're looking at going up against the 76, who's going to be able to peel for that Mercy, as well as Zergling on the Zenyatta. That's going to be a tall order, I'd say, for Fearless to be able to come out with a pick there. And as I say that, he finds Red Start.
Yeah, Red Star, a little out of position, just found himself in the middle of the entire enemy team. Now Fearless around that other side, going to be contesting, in the back. Alien going to fall there, and Toilet Man, as he rips that blade out, is looking for Jax. Can he find the kill, though?
I think that's going to be all she knows. Actually, a Resurrect comes through. Jax pops out, man. He pops the Valkyrie. He goes all in with that one, as Prodigy is actually going to keep himself around for a little bit here, and maybe they can pull this one back. to Ponzor coming up on his ultimate. So is Zerglings. Actually, they're full committing this one here. They've got a tactical visor out from as well. Can they pull it in their favor? It looks like not a whole lot of value from the tactical visor, other than getting Nico out of the mech, which actually amounts to quite a bit. But with Antol being brought back up, Nico's not in his mech. This could be a good opportunity. Do they want to pop the sound barrier? Looks like they do want to do that. They pull out a pulse bomb as well. Don't find any kills, but Hurix, in the meantime, they've already hit 75+%. Prodigy as well with the sound barrier. They have a Valkyrie. I think that Rockets Esports, no, they get off the point. Oh man, that's not what you're looking for. Now they might need to pull back and regroup. As I say that, they unleashed a Dragon Blade.
They're going for it. Alien just rips him down. And it looks like they're going to be able to swing this one back in their favor, but still, Rez is coming out. This is back and forth. Yeah, not taking any pressure in the back there, but Alien's going to be dropped as Toilet Man trying to turn things back around. It's still back and forth here, Storm.
And it looks like Rivals Gaming may have just done it. I mean, that was pretty much a must-win situation. Maybe not must-win, but at 81%, Rockets Esports can take this with 2-1 fights. Depending, maybe they even flip it mid-fight, force it down to 1. We'll see what they're able to make of this one. Coming up on a tactical visor this time, they need to make sure that Nico's not in his mech this time around. Maybe look for a better vantage point to actually find some value from the tactical visor. Last time, only was able to find a mech out of this, but Red Start coming up on Pulse Bomb as well, as they look for their mark. Red Start's all the way in the back here, but good peel, and Dunks now out of the mix. They're going to go ahead and force that self-destruct out because of the pulse bomb. Tactical visor is out now, and he finds Jax. That's a crucial pickup because he had Valkyrie ready to go here. They pop a Primal Rage. Dunks knowing they need to hold on, prolong this fight as long as they possibly can, but he's not going to last too much longer. They will solidify hold of this point and force it again, like I had mentioned, down to one final fight. Both teams ready to go with Valkyrie, but look at the advantage that Rockets Esports have going into this next fight.
Such precedent of mine from Toilet Man not to just get a little trigger happy and pull that blade out a little early. Now they're going to have that option to pull that out here. Find the kill onto Jax. Can he find it? He's had a lot of struggle in the past dealing with this Mercy. He actually never even hit the Mercy there. They still find the kill, though. That's big for them to stop this push a lot. And now just dealing with Nico here. All that pressure just gets reverted back at him. Fearless needs to be dealt with on the point here. He gets taken down as well, as these Discords are just so well placed. They are going to be able to take this one here, Storm.
And that was off of picking off Jax in those last two fights to get it started here. The Mercy was not a factor whatsoever Rockets Esports, they bounce back after a disappointing first round. They take the first map, and I think a sigh of relief is definitely in order here from Rockets Esports as we head to Hollywood for the second map. And Zergling, picking up that play of the game, man, he does have a potent Zenyatta. Love seeing him on that one. But Hollywood Herix, now that they've got the the juices are flowing after waiting a little bit for their matchup, I feel like they've got this in the bag because maybe they've figured out these guys. Maybe, maybe they make the full hold here on Hollywood. We'll see what they're going to make of it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Hollywood has historically been a pretty solid map for these guys, but then again, I mean, just going back to that conversation we were just having, every map has been really good for Rockets Esports because they were flawless for, I mean, the span of about 2 months or maybe even going close to 3 months. So, I mean, it's tough to say because we just haven't seen them really contested so far until like the past 3 weeks or so. Ever since they became under the Rockets Esports banner, it's really when they've just started kind of struggling because these teams have kind of come up and done quite well. And also, we just haven't seen as much Rockets Esports as we did in the past, where, they had a sub last week and everything like that. They were gone for a few days there as well. So this is really the first time we're seeing them under that banner really competing as six after having some time to play together again. So that's, I guess, the main thing. And on top of that, I mean, Hollywood, again, just being a good map for them just comes down to the fact that every map was good for that span of time that they were just so strong. Nico, though, has been an absolute monster. Jax has been unrelenting. I mean, so elusive on that Mercy when he plays it, and it's been pretty much every round that he does. Even when we see Zergling pulling out the Zenyatta, which was their staple pick for Zergling, in the past so far, to try to kill out Dunks early, especially when Alien isn't on that D.Va and they can get those quick picks. Red start focusing that damage down, maybe even going over to a soldier to kind of rip him down quickly. They still are having a lot of troubles when Jax comes forward, killing him when he's out of position in the front lines, picking Dunks up, still not being able to kill Jax. I mean, that just goes to show you how good this guy is with the mobility and the movement on Mercy to just not die in those situations. But again, also because Mercy is actually just insane.
Well, they will be on defense here, and this is it. Rivals Gaming gonna have to find a way to sneak past, gonna have to find something to push forward, try to push this to a game number 3 on Dorado. Otherwise, they're gonna fall here in the semifinals, despite a terrific run. If they do happen to fall, I mean, make it to the semifinals. Didn't expect to see them here on stream today, but Rockets Esports looking for a W here, looking to make the full hold. If they do, they win this map. They're in the finals up against Where's Baldo, but again, they're gonna have to find a way to deal with Nico on the Pharah here and Jax on the Mercy. Alien out with the Hanzo, and again, you mentioned they like that triple DPS setup here. Haven't seen the Hanzo thus far, so we'll see what they're able to make of this one. Fearless already in the back lines trying to take advantage of the high grounds, but Toilet Man on the Junkrat says, no, you are not going to be doing any work here right away, and already pushing them back off this first initiation.
Yeah, Toilet Man just taking them apart. Concussion Mines so well placed there. They're going to go forward, apply even more pressure. Look at Red Star all the way up at the spawn. This is finally their chance to turn back around and get back into defensive positions. Toilet Man at 84% towards that Riptire and going ever higher. I mean, killing off Jax halfway through that fight was big for them to turn this fight around and get control. Gonna have to keep doing that in the future here as Riptire is coming back up.
They're gonna look for a little bit of a different approach this time around, but gonna have to worry about that Valkyrie. Jax not even close to having it here. They're gonna move in off this pulse bomb from Red Start. Finds, oh man, he finishes off Dunks. There's a Riptire up top as well. As Nico cleans it up, actually grabs it for himself. But again, Zergling back in the mix. He's coming up on a Transcendence as well. I think they're gonna be forced to pull back off of this one. I just don't see it happening. Dragon Strike is out. Finds Zergling way in the back here, but a Valkyrie comes out from Taponzor, and he is gonna bring up his fellow support player and pretty much say, Nico, you're out of this fight, man. You're not going to go anywhere, and clean it up with about 2 minutes having elapsed now.
So much pressure from this Junkrat, and the fact that they're able to deal with Nico so far is insane because they don't have anybody directly to deal with him other than, yeah, and Red Star, in some cases, Zergling as well. Prodigy has been very aggressive up onto that Pharah as well, just to kind of prevent him from being able to just dish out free DPS, and that's been huge for them so far. But this is going to be tough now because the ultimates are coming up for this attacking team. Barrage at the ready, that's going to be tough to defend against, and Yaz out of mech, gonna be taken out as well.
But you can't hope to get past Red Star if he's opening up every single fight with a pulse bomb kill. Last time it was Dunks, this time it's Antle, and Jack's just not in the area to be able to grab him back up off of that one. Thankfully, they'll have the Valkyrie moving into the next fight, but time is slowly dwindling down here. I mean, we're at 90 seconds here, Eggs. They do have a lot to work with. I mean, Dunks on the Primal Rage, going to keep them pretty... I mean, he should be able to get into that backline, should be able to find a way to deal with Toilet Man, maybe even Zergling, but again, Zergling coming up on a Transcendence. We'll see, moving into this fight, if they can make something of this.
Red Star looking for another opening pick, is very close, had the sound barrier to prevent it actually, but going forward, not going to get that stick on the Dunks, looking to try to tear him down. They actually do find the kill on Nico, but he gets picked back up, Storm here. Looks like they're just kind of trying to find an opening pick defensively as the Riptire coming out as well.
Not a big fan of that Primal Rage from Dunks. He was primarily knocking around Proji, who had a Primal Rage. Instead of trying to find some success, find some havoc in the back line, he finally made a move into the back, but just gets taken out by a Riptire here. But again, Taponzor pops a Valkyrie, gets Red Star back into the mix. That's going to add a potent threat to pretty much, I'd say, Nico there, who's going to be forced to back off for the time being. Finds Alien, who's out of the mech, and down to 30 seconds. You got to think, do you continue to press this, Hurix, if you're on the offense, or do you pull back and look for one final regroup?
You pull back immediately and try to see if you can get another regroup, especially as Nico falls there as well. I mean, right now, you're just giving away more time, and there's a pulse bomb going out. That's, honestly, that's really bad. You know, they really should have pulled out 15, 20 seconds ago as soon as they noticed that they were losing that fight initially. Now we're going to be seeing their Diva come through and trying to make a play to stop them, at least for the time being, and he's going to actually go ahead with the Stealth Destruct as well, get taken down right as he tries to get back into his mech, and I don't think they have any hope at all now.
Dunks made a change over to Reinhardt, so trying to add a little bit of that barrier, allowing for a little bit of his safety maybe into the backline. But oh no, Red Star gets charged into it random, and it didn't look like the sound barrier was able to keep him alive. Hurix, they might have a fighting chance right now, but again, Prodigy has his Primal Rage. They have a self-destruct to get the reset, and now a Riptire comes out from Toilet Man. He's looking for something. He finds a kill on the Antle, and they make the full hold on Hollywood. And boy, oh boy, Rivals Gaming gonna have to pull out something incredible if they don't want to end their tournament here.
Man, Toilet Man had a really lackluster tire the time before, but that last one leading into it, he looked insane. I mean, he looked like an absolute nutter dog. Was just like flicking nades and flicking concussion mines, killed the Tracer in a little quick 2-tap, then just went right into the tire, killed off Ansel. I mean, really good stuff from him. Now they're in a great position. They just have to get 33% on this first point here on Hollywood. It looks like that streak of doing well on Hollywood in the past was actually real and not just a case of them doing well on every map. Because, man, they look good on defense there, especially Toilet Man, I think, really, really solid there. Their tanks doing amazing things, and I mean, all across the board, they've been pretty consistent. I mean, obviously, that's exactly why they've been so strong over the past 3-4 months or whatever it's been. I'm really looking at Zergling here to try to set up some picks, try to shut down Dunks early, try to pull Jax forward, get that Bursty to kind of pull out of position a little bit, get away from Nico to allow them to put some pressure on Jax or put some pressure on Nico, get some more threat to that front line. And as long as they can avoid Antle getting too far ahead here and getting some of those EMPs out, they should be able to get this pretty quick.
Now, if you're the defense, I mean, I was about to ask you, what can you possibly do to hope for a victory? Holding them off 33%. I mean, that's one team fight. One single team fight will win it here for Rockets Esports. But again, that EMP is going to be of utmost importance if they want any shot whatsoever. He's going to have to get that charged up like immediately, because I don't think that Prodigy and are going to wait any time whatsoever to make their first push here.
And they do something about Antle here. He's going to get right into the back, going to try to deal with Zergling, and he's going to rip him apart early on, force that res to come out. But now Antle is just all the way back here, and now Alien going to be demeched. A good opportunity.
And he didn't really get much ult percentage off that here. He's sitting at 23% right now, so not ideal at all. I mean, you would hope that they did a little bit of damage. Of course, the kill was great for him, but didn't really find an advantage. I mean, the rest of his teammates are already closer to their ultimate, more so than he is, but they hold him off, which is the important thing. He's at 60%. Maybe he can get up to 100%, get that EMP charged. That's going to be the key to success here if they want to make a hold.
Swap Red Start over to that Soldier just to put some pressure onto Nico. Stay a little bit further away. They're going to play this a little bit more passively to try to deal with the Tracer, force that recall out exactly like they just did, and now looking for opportunities to get these guys low so they can actually jump in after that.
Full spawn from Fearless. He tries to stick it in the middle, but they disperse. EMP's out as Antle. There's a barrage up top. Nico tries to find. He actually grabs 2 for himself. And that should be the end of that one. Toilet Man trying to maybe go with the parting gift if possible, but he will be the parting gift. He's going to be taken down, and 230 remains. Maybe a fighting chance here, but now that the ultimates are starting to come up here for Rockets Esports, you know, rivals, they just used a few of theirs. They used that Valkyrie. EMP's not ready. This is going to be Rockets Esports' best opportunity that they've had so far.
He's at 50% towards this EMP, getting into the backline, trying to take down Zergling again. That's going to force the Transcendence out pretty early, and he's going to take some pressure because of it. But now we're going to be seeing a Toilet Man with a great opportunity to pull the blade out, try to demech Alien early to give Red Start the opportunity to go ahead with that tack visor. This is a great opportunity to pull it out, and he does. Looking for some kills here. Can he find any?
And they should be able to. They've got a Primal Rage if they need to sustain here. Self-destruct on the point. Finds Nico. EMP comes out from Antol, though. Is it really going to connect on a whole lot? Not as many targets as I think he had hoped for. But yeah, now finding a kill onto him. And this is looking like success. Alien going to be demeched here. No one else even close to the point here, X. And that will be Rockets Esports taking the set 2-0. It looked rough early on Lijiang Tower here, X, but they pull it back in their favor. And they will find themselves in the finals to take on Where's Baldo.
2-0 is the scoreline you would have expected to see, but the story behind that 2-0 is not the one we anticipated at all. Really good stuff at the end there. The coordination between the DPS of Red Start and Toilet Man. You can see that those guys have been playing together for quite some time. How Toilet Man just used his blade basically solely for the sake of enabling Red